caught cheating, it shouldn't be like this.
Well, maybe he should have thought of that before he was cheating.
Don't cheat on your wife. That makes you a scumbag. Let's just start there, full stop.
The CEO of a billion-dollar business is in damage control after his affair with a colleague was exposed.
This requires, to me, not one, but 2 resignations.
So who handles it when HR is part of the problem?
This is more than just an affair. This is something that has been building for years. You have to think about it. The corruption of this, the head of a billion-dollar company, has the HR department in his back pocket.
I think cheating is an abomination, okay? And this man has a wife, he has children, these kids are gonna have to watch and see this. They don't look, I would be devastated if I was his wife.
There's a photo of them, right? This is their little tech company. Too bad, you know? They'll be a scumbag. And if you are a scumbag, then, well, I guess you deserve this.
We're going to continue to expand globally.
It's a cold day at the Coldplay concert. CEO or ex-CEO of astronomer Andy Byron gets caught on camera. The whole world has seen it with the head of HR of the corporation, and now he's out of a job. Divorce, lawsuits, hostile work environment. A lot of things are going to open up about this. Pretty sure he was making approximately $500,000 a year. Net worth over the last 4 years was about $2 million. This doesn't even include what his net worth was prior to that. Divorce is going to be coming down the pike for him. Lost his job. God only knows what's going to happen from this point on.
But apparently, this couple will not be fans of Coldplay for long.
They're both married, not for long.
So Coldplay hasn't made a single in years, and now they just made 2 last night.
Play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
What's going on with Kristen? What's going on with Kristen? Well, we finally do have an update.
The moment we have all been waiting for.
Welcome back to Tea Time with Tina. So who in their right mind cheats on their wife at a stadium on the Kiss Cam during a Coldplay concert with their head of HR? Like, are we living in a satire? Nope. We're living in the slow motion train wreck that is Andy Byron's career, reputation, and apparently his entire family legacy.
Andy Byron, CEO of a billion-dollar AI company, and Kristen Cabot, his head of human resources, were seen shrinking in panic at the concert.
Forget the Epstein files. I want to see the text messages of that astronomer CEO that got caught cheating at the Coldplay concert.
I would pay to be a fly on the wall in the office.
This is pretty viral stuff. Or do we have to get HR involved? I mean, I know that HR was involved.
A cheating couple on the Jumbotron at the Coldplay concert. Holy sh!
A CEO has been sacrificed, which officially marks the beginning of summer.
So who handles it when HR is part of the problem?
Your side. Lovers only at Coldplay.
Come on, use your brain. How are you a CEO and not using your brain?
The way that this man embarrassed his wife so publicly, he should be ashamed and put in jail and put this other one in jail too.
If you're gonna have an affair, why would you bring her to a concert in public where everybody can see you? What if you even ran into someone you knew? Who cares about the Jumbotron? What if you ran into someone you knew, huh?
What was supposed to be a cute moment at Gillette Stadium turned into a national disgrace, caught in 4K and broadcast to 65,000 fans and eventually 100 million eyeballs. One glance, one lingering touch, one sloppy attempt at a coworker's shrug, and boom. Andy Byron and Kristen Cabot, 2 names now forever synonymous with public stupidity, corporate betrayal, and a whole lot of memes.
Oh, look at these 2. All right, come on, you're okay? Oh, what? Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy.
How dare you catch me cheating without my consent? Oh!
Yeah. Oh, look at these 2. All right, come on. Yeah. Oh, look at these 2. All right, come on. You're okay?
You sure about that? You sure about that?
Can you feel the tension? Oh, look at these 2. All right.
What are we gonna do? My wife is here.
You said she's in row P. She won't even see us.
Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy.
Here's the thing, the Kiss Cam is only supposed to be for the enjoyment of the people at the game. They never show that on TV. What people do in the privacy of their own sports arena
should be their own business.
But this wasn't just a scandal. This was a collapse, a full-on public implosion of the perfect tech dynasty. And guess what? The Byron parents that was once so smugly proud have vanished into complete radio silence. So let's blow the lid off what they're trying to bury, because trust me, this family drama makes Succession look like Sesame Street. But this wasn't just a scandal. This was a collapse, a full-on public implosion of the perfect tech dynasty. And guess what? The Byron parents, once so smugly proud, have vanished into complete radio silence. So let's blow the lid off what they're trying to bury, because trust me, this family drama makes Succession look like Sesame Street. He went from boardroom to bottom feeder in 17 minutes. That's how long it took between the Coldplay kiss cam airing and the internet eyeing both him and his sidekick Kristen Cabot.
17 minutes. I just saw a video that said it was 17 minutes between the time the Coldplay concert footage hit the internet and those people being identified.
Who blew the whistle? The two executives caught on that now infamous Coldplay kiss cam were first identified on a TikTok account of someone who apparently works at the company. Oh my God, that looks like astronomer CEO Andy Byron and astronomer chief people officer Kristen Cabot.
17 minutes to ruin a reputation built over decades. Honestly, Uber Eats takes longer. Now instead of headlines praising innovation, it's just memes about his body language, frame by frame slow-mo breakdowns of the moment the marriage died, and Reddit threads titled, "Who cheats at a Coldplay concert?" Andy, once dubbed a visionary, is now trending as America's #1 adulterer. Your LinkedIn bio can't save you now, buddy. So where were Thomas and Lorraine Byron, the parental PR machine, when all this blew up? Gone, ghosted, not a single press release. No, our son made a mistake boilerplate, just pure, eerie silence. And you know what that means? Guilt, shame, or worse, cover up.
But the bigger thing people aren't talking about is how a CEO of a company should never be dating the head of HR.
The way that this man embarrassed his wife so publicly, he should be ashamed and put in jail, and put this other one in jail too.
The Byrons used to parade Andy like a show pony. Every gala, every investor meeting, they were front row, smiling like the Kennedy family had reincarnated. But once their son became the face of infidelity in 4K, they disappeared faster than a crypto bro after tax season. And now, the facade of perfection is crumbling. Former neighbors have started whispering. One even said, "We used to call them the Church on Sunday family. Now we just call them TMZ's favorite punching bag." Let that sink in. From holy to wholly humiliated, all because their little CEO genius couldn't keep it in his pants at a Coldplay concert. Let's talk about Megan Byron, Andy's wife, or should we say ex-wife, pending the flames of hell freezing over. Megan was more than a partner. She was basically the fourth Byron. Lorraine called her my daughter, not daughter-in-law. They hugged her in public, took her to charity galas. They probably embroidered her name on the family Christmas stockings. And then Andy threw it all away for Kristen Cabot? Really? The cheater that hops from one CEO to the next? Megan didn't just lose her husband. She lost her home, her peace, and the in-laws who used to worship her.
His wife has now deactivated her account. The wife later dropped her married name on her Facebook account.
Eagle-eyed observers online noted his wife has already changed her Facebook profile, removing her married name.
Now insiders are saying that Lorraine Byron herself whispered to friends, "If Megan leaves the marriage, I'm going with her." That's not just support. That's a full parental custody transfer. Andy didn't just betray his wife. He betrayed the only person holding that family together. You want to talk devastating? Just days after the clip exploded, Lorraine Byron sent Andy a one-liner text that hit harder than any HR investigation ever could. "You broke your vows, your family, and our hearts. I just hope what you're doing is worth losing everything for." No emojis, no love mom, just raw emotional carnage. That text didn't stay private for long. It leaked like a fire hose. Reddit threads, Boston forums, elite gossip telegrams. It was everywhere. That one message proved this wasn't just a scandal, it was a personal obliteration. Andy didn't just lose his wife and his job, he lost the two people who built him up from scratch, the ones who bankrolled his startup. And for what? A stadium hookup with the HR director? Even Bravo reality stars know better.
The problem here is that Andy Byron is married to someone other than Kristen Cabot, who, again, the irony of her being head of HR, and he has two children.
The executive at the center of a kiss cam controversy is stepping down after online speculation about the viral moment.
Oh, look at these two. All right, come on. You're okay? Oh, what? Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy.
That was the scene at a Coldplay concert in the Boston area on Wednesday. And it wasn't just singer Chris Martin trying to figure out why the couple tried to hide their faces when shown on the big screen. The internet also had its theories. The man was identified by online sleuths as astronomer CEO Andy Byron. The tech company said he resigned and the board accepted.
Of course, when scandals erupt, what comes next? Damage control. But here's where it gets murky. A friend of the Byrons claims Thomas Byron met with a pastor. Sounds sweet until you hear what he said over dinner. My son has lost his way, and now I have to live with the consequences. Translation: we raised a monster, and now it's eating our retirement accounts. And just when you think the story couldn't get more desperate, a letter surfaces, allegedly written by Thomas and Lorraine. Half apology, half PR mop job. If released, it would make them the first parents in history to publicly denounce their CEO's son mid-scandal. Legendary, honestly. But not everyone's buying it. Some say Thomas knew about the affair and told Andy to bury it. If true, he's not just a disappointed dad. He's the co-director of this dumpster fire. Let's not forget the other half of this tragic 2-for-1 meltdown. Kristen Cabot, head of HR. That's right, head of HR. Kristen's whole job was to enforce boundaries, prevent misconduct, and maintain workplace ethics. Instead, she starred in the most HR-violating scandal in internet history.
Rich CEO of one of the largest tech companies in the world could have anyone, and he's banging his of all. This is why I think all HR positions are basically a joke and should be eliminated.
He's the CEO of a company called Astronomer, and that is his chief people officer. Is that what we're calling HR now? That is so weird. Chief people officer, Kristen Cabot, C-A-B-O-T.
A completely useless position that is populated by women with insane inferiority complexes who get off, like I'm talking physically get off on, exerting the tiny amount of power that they have on people.
HR is such trash, by the way. The entire business of every single HR department is just an absolute nightmare of people who are constantly being used to attack the best people in a company and then do stuff like this, right? On the side.
And Lorraine Byron? She won't even say her name. One source claimed she referred to Kristen as, quote, a homewrecker. No clarification needed. Everyone knew. There's no record Kristen ever met Andy's parents. Probably because Lorraine blocked her aura from 50 yards away. And frankly, good. She doesn't need an introduction. We've all met a Kristen in our lives. Cold, calculating, convinced she's the victim while blowing up marriages in high definition. Before the scandal, the Byron name was synonymous with prestige. Old money meets new tech. Respectable, polished, aspirational. Now, it's shorthand for don't bring your mistress to Coldplay. The Byron empire wasn't just Andy's. It was a family effort. His parents showed up to investor events, schmoozed at launch parties, grinned in Forbes spreads. And now, all that effort has been reduced to meme fodder. People aren't talking about Byron Tech anymore. They're talking about how its CEO kissed his HR director like no one was watching, even though 65,000 people literally were. And just when you think it's cooling down, it gets hotter. Another source claims Thomas is quietly working to sever ties with Andy completely. Some suspect he's setting up a new trust for Meghan. Because if this family's going down in flames, they're at least making sure Kristen Cabot isn't holding the matches.
The 52-year-old was seen for the first time since the scandal. The Daily Mail exclusive with the photo of her, wedding ring off, watering plants outside her $2.2 million New Hampshire home.
To kind of give their relationship a try, a few of them or one of them put in a transfer to take a sideways move to another department so they weren't reporting to the same boss. They tried to keep everything above board. There's ways that you can make it work.
This wasn't a cheating scandal. It was a catastrophic dismantling of trust, loyalty, and legacy. It was one dumb kiss, one disgusting betrayal, one 4K mistake that pulled an entire dynasty into the dirt. Andy Byron didn't just ruin his life. He detonated it in front of a stadium and then blamed the fallout on timing. Kristen Cabot didn't just cross a line. She pole vaulted over it, laughed, and asked for a raise. And now, the Byron family is hanging on by a thread, and that thread is unraveling by the second. Are they working behind the scenes to save their reputation? Or are they just burying skeletons before the next leak hits TikTok? So now it's your turn. Do you think the Byron family is planning a redemption comeback? Or are they just hoping we all forget once the next scandal drops? Drop your theories in the comments. We read them all. And if you want more deep dives into scandals everyone else is too scared to touch, then Like this video, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss the next headline we turn into a reckoning. Because around here, the tea is never cold. And if you enjoyed my content, feel free to check out some of my other videos on the top of the screen. Until next time, stay tuned, stay safe, and stay informed. Only on Tea Time with Tina.